And there we go. Happy Monday. Guys, I was at this dirty antique bookstore this past weekend. Well, it's more like an antique shop right over there, Center City, Philadelphia. And I got excited. So Saturday's video was one purchase from that antique shop. Today is the second purchase from that, because I bought a couple things together. Spent $5 total. This all connects. And we're doing like a lot of Captain America things. I apologize if Captain America is not your guy. But with Brave New World, once I realized that the importance of Captain America for Marvel is equal to the importance of Superman for DC, guys, that obsessive gene just like activated. My obsessive X gene got activated. So I'm in this dirty antique shop right in the same row as what my local comic shop would be, but they're closed. We did that too on this channel. And I find this Captain America mini comic, that bright yellowed one. I ain't show it off in the thumbnail. I ain't add it in the title because I want to. You guys have seen this, so we're going to hit that drawing table very soon. But we have to make a larger point. Why does this video exist? Guys, I'm critical. I'm critical because I take all this stuff in. I listen to Rob Liefeld's ROBSERVATIONs. He is accurate to a point when he says he has the highest selling Avengers and Captain America issues coming from Extreme Studios, Marvel Comics collaborating to do Heroes Reborn, Post Onslaught, Captain America Volume 2, Fantastic Four Volume 2, Iron Man Volume 2, and Avengers Volume 2. His end of that agreement produced some of the highest selling Captain America issues ever. But we can't just look at sales. We have to look at distribution. Because when we look at sales and SKUs, The Death of Superman becomes a higher selling book than X-Men #1 when we look at SKUs. But we don't, because we clump it together and we say the release of, it's the release of X-Men #1, the highest selling comic. The release of Superman 75, Death of Superman, like whatever, right? We take the release material. But if we look at eyeballs and distribution, I have to challenge this. And we're going to hit the drawing table and I'm going to explain it to you. This book I'm about to show you guys is more distributed, more eyeballs by far than Captain America Volume 2 Issue 1, making Rob Liefeld, well, I guess he just needs to think about his own work a little bit more. Let's go. Are we rolling? What's up, AKAPADers? Welcome back to the drawing table. You've seen this around, right? You've seen this around. My old comic book collection, I think I had a Heathcliff one, I had the Spider-Man one, and I had this. I recently just picked these up from a thrift shop here in Center City, Philadelphia. You can see that markings are on the back. The guy charged me $1 a piece for these, which is kind of crazy because I was out that day looking for Captain America stuff. I wanted to make my way to my one comic shop here in Old City, Philadelphia. Couldn't quite get there, but popped into this place. And cracking it open, I realized this is Captain America issue 250. And a lot of these were sold in packs. You can get maybe 10 or 15 different little, well-produced mini comics with, all, Marvel ads and Marvel puzzles on the inside cover. And these were widely distributed. I believe they were sold in like bigger packets and smaller packets. And these were kind of thrown all over the place. So you really want to say Captain America 250. We take that print number. And we take that print number and we add it to this. Is that number more than the 270,000 that Captain America Volume 2 #1 sold? The very book that Rob Liefeld, gleefully claims is the best-selling issue of Captain America in comic book history. It's funny when people go into the Diamond numbers, because Diamond's only one source of the sales, right? We only know what Diamond sold to what Diamond reports, which would be like Diamond reported this. Even the data on Captain America 250, which we know was the seminal issue, that we already know that was high ordered, right? And then we tack this onto it. 270,000. You're just over 250,000. I think that's a breachable number. I don't think that's completely ridiculous. To further some of this, if you guys just want to put the popularity of Captain America Volume 2, Issue 1 in perspective, by the time we get to Issue 2, the book drops by 100,000 copies. And by the time we get to Issue 6 here, we only have up to Issue 4. Here, it's falling out of the top 10 books of the industry. And then later, Marvel, like, they basically remove Rob Liefeld and his team, and they bring in Jim Lee's team. And Jim Lee's team performs the later issues of this series more. So Captain America's issues 6 through 12, or 7 through 12, are top 10 issues, which is pretty wild. I didn't realize that until I researched this. Where this comes in, I just did a video. I don't have many Captain America issues for a very particular reason. This is like the early 80s Cap, as it's spinning into, like, we have 80s and mid 80s. I think we go up to 1987 here. When we hit the 90s, Captain America really loses cabin pressure and crashes. The era before what I'm basically focusing on here is this era. And issue 250 is the presidential issue. This cover, as I said in the intro, is widely used. I mean, very influential, very important. When I looked up the cost of the original 250, which, I immediately ordered off of eBay because there was one for only like a couple dollars. So that's going to be coming here soon. I thought because of the popularity of the cover, that issue was going to be worth a lot more. It's actually not. We're, hitting what I kind of really feel like with 280, which I consider to be one of the best issues of all Captain America. We're still dealing with these concepts that Captain America doesn't represent America. He represents himself. Should he be president? Should he not be president? The name itself, he doesn't want to be Captain America. This is a little bit of my study of how they're interchanging the Bucky moniker into Captain America to even make the book pop. You want to say the print run for the original 250 was pretty effing high. And I think these, I would say, these are, I think these alone could match this right here. This could be a 500,000 in circulation if we combine the two. And we open up the idea of, when we talk about the best-selling comic book, we really should put all the editions together. So how many eyeballs has the comic book reached, or has the potential of reaching? Because we really do have to rethink how we look at the best of selling when it comes to one source being Diamond. I think it's up for grabs. It's up for dispute. I would love some streamlined definitions and standards for something like this. I really would.